What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Mathis Show. Today, we're actually taking you behind the scenes on a semi-blooper that happened when I didn't know the camera was running. So the clip you're about to see was actually a really interesting conversation. One of my agents was here and we were in the process of getting ready to shoot my show for the day. And we were talking about speed. And it's one of the things that I'm really passionate about within the real estate industry because I feel like too many of you guys are lackadaisical and taking it slow. You're going too slow. And you're going slow in the micro, which is really bad for the macro. So I'm a big Gary Vee fan and he's always preaching macro patience, micro speed, which means go out and execute. Anyway, so this is a really good conversation we caught right before the show started. I hope you enjoyed and get something out of it. If you have any questions around this or any ideas, feel free to drop a comment or reach out to me through any of my social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, here on YouTube. Happy to help you guys with any questions you may have. And again, remember, go out and execute.
That's a really good point. Well, I always preach follow-up. So that's one of the things I'm always talking about. And I think it's important that we're following up with our people at a high level. I was reading in Thomas Friedman's book, what's it called? Thank You for Being Late. Fascinating book on the progression of technology and the impact it's having on our world. And one thing he talks about in there was a really, really astounding example of speed in today's world and what the expectancy is of people. He was talking about how Walmart measures its time from the time someone goes on their website and does a search in milliseconds, and anything from like 1/10 of a millisecond can impact a percentage point on their bottom line for that day. And he made a comment that when he was talking to them, showing how he checked out, found an item, checked out on Walmart's website, that it got put onto into the shopping cart. And they said, we felt like we had time at that point before someone would leave our site because it took it under a second. Under a second was how fast they were like, that's good enough. It's a little bit slow, but that's good enough. And they felt like they had a lot of time because it was 1 second in comparison to 10 milliseconds to load the page with all the results based on what the person was looking for. Otherwise, they would leave and go to Amazon. So it's a really important thing, speed, right? I'm preaching speed all the time. I'm telling you guys speed all the time because we have got to move faster. We've got to go. And what you see is the faster we talk to these people, the more we get in front of them, the more likely, the higher chance you have of converting them. So always be thinking speed around things. And if you're busy during the day, I understand that going on. But you really got to start paying attention to how busy are you, and are you busy on the right things, right? There's no reason that if a text comes in that you can't take a second and answer it during the day. I'm not saying at 1 o'clock in the morning, unless you're up. Don't take that text at 1 o'clock in the morning. Other than that though, pretty much during the day, people are on their phones all the time. Text them back, get in front of that lead. If a lead comes in, talk to them as soon as possible. But speed of execution is the name of the game. And that's where people are slacking in the real estate industry. Slacking, just not even being serious about it whatsoever. We ready to go?